For decades, Starbucks was more than just a coffee shop. It was a phenomenon. The green siren logo became a familiar sight, glowing from nearly every city block, every suburban shopping center, and even airports around the world. It was as if no matter where you turned, there she was, inviting you in for a cup of comfort. For millions, Starbucks was woven into the fabric of daily life, a reliable stop on the way to work, a place to grab a quick pick-me-up, or simply a moment of calm in a busy day. But it was never just about the coffee. Starbucks became a cultural touchstone, a third place between home and work where people could gather, connect, and create memories. It was a space for first dates, job interviews, and long afternoons spent working on laptops or catching up with friends. The phrase "let's grab a Starbucks" entered our everyday language, symbolizing not just a beverage, but a shared experience and a sense of belonging. The company's rapid expansion seemed unstoppable. New stores opened at a dizzying pace, transforming neighborhoods and making Starbucks a fixture in communities across the globe. No matter where you traveled, from bustling cities to quiet towns, Starbucks offered a sense of comfort and consistency. The menu, the music, even the smell of the coffee felt reassuringly familiar. Yet, as the world evolved, so did our habits. The very ubiquity that once made Starbucks powerful began to work against it. Suddenly, having a store on every corner didn't feel as special. It felt ordinary, even excessive. Our routines shifted. New competitors emerged, and the way we connect, work, and enjoy coffee changed. The world outside and inside Starbucks started to look very different. Now, hundreds of Starbucks locations are closing their doors. Once busy cafes sit empty, a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in the business world. It leaves us with a pressing question. How did we get here? What happened to the coffee giant that once seemed invincible, present on every corner of our lives? This is the story of Starbucks Reckoning. A tale of changing tastes, shifting habits, and a company searching for a new way forward in a world that refuses to stand still. The pandemic changed everything. In a matter of weeks, the world as we knew it was turned upside down. Streets that once buzzed with life fell silent, and the routines we took for granted vanished almost overnight. City centers emptied, and the daily coffee run, a ritual for millions, suddenly disappeared. The hum of conversation in coffee shops was replaced by an eerie quiet as offices closed and workers stayed home. Starbucks' prime locations, once bustling with commuters and morning regulars, became eerily quiet. The familiar lines and friendly baristas were gone, replaced by empty chairs and shuttered doors. Remote work became the norm, and people learned to make coffee at home. Kitchen counters turned into makeshift cafes, and the simple act of brewing coffee became a new daily comfort. The 5-day commute disappeared for millions, leaving urban Starbucks stores struggling to find customers. Locations that once thrived on foot traffic now sat empty, their purpose suddenly unclear. Sales dropped, and locations that once thrived were suddenly in the wrong place. The heart of the city no longer beat with the same energy, and the demand for coffee shifted away from downtown. Starbucks faced a painful reality. Its old strategy no longer fit our new routines. Employees and managers watched as their stores emptied, uncertain about what the future would hold. Store closures, especially in dense urban areas, reflect this shift. Not a loss of love for the brand, but a change in where we spend our time. The places we gather, work, and relax have moved closer to home. The decision to close hundreds of stores is a direct response to this new world. It's a sign of how even the biggest brands must adapt to survive, making tough choices in uncertain times. It's a tough but necessary adaptation. For every closed door, there's a search for new opportunities, ways to meet customers where they are now, not where they used to be. The pandemic's echo still shapes Starbucks' future. The lessons learned during this time continue to influence how and where the company operates. To survive, the company must evolve with us, finding new ways to serve a world that's changed but still loves its coffee. Starbucks isn't just battling a pandemic, it's facing fierce new competition. Trendy coffee shops like Blue Bottle and Blank Street attract younger, design-focused crowds. Drive-through chains like Dutch Bros offer speed and convenience, challenging Starbucks' traditional model. Local independent cafes provide community and authenticity that big chains struggle to match. Customers now have more choices than ever, each chipping away at Starbucks' base. Whether it's craft espresso, a quick drive-through, or a neighborhood hangout, the market is crowded. Starbucks must work harder to prove its value and stay relevant. The coffee landscape has changed. and Starbucks can't rely on being the only game in town. The pressure is on to stand out once again. Rising prices are everywhere, including at Starbucks. What was once a daily treat now feels like a luxury for many. Starbucks has raised prices to cover costs, but customers are feeling the pinch. Over 70% of those visiting less often cite higher prices as the reason. The brand is losing ground with middle-class customers who are cutting back on non-essentials. Starbucks faces a dilemma: charge enough to stay profitable, but not so much that it alienates loyal fans. 6 straight quarters of declining sales show the balance is off. The challenge: offer value that justifies the premium price in a world where every dollar counts. Enter Brian Niccol, Starbucks' new CEO as of September 2024, a leader with a reputation for transforming struggling brands into industry powerhouses. Niccol is no stranger to high-stakes turnarounds, and his arrival at Starbucks marks a pivotal moment for the company. At Chipotle, he didn't just steady the ship, he restored trust, rebuilt the brand's reputation, and revitalized the business after a major crisis. Under his leadership, Chipotle saw a remarkable resurgence, with renewed customer loyalty and a fresh sense of purpose. Now, Niccol brings that same bold vision and relentless drive to Starbucks. His mission: to reclaim the brand's soul and reawaken the spirit that once made Starbucks a cultural icon. Niccol believes that somewhere along the way, Starbucks lost its magic. The relentless pursuit of speed and efficiency, he argues, came at the expense of genuine human connection, the very thing that set Starbucks apart in the first place. Instead of warm, welcoming spaces, many stores began to feel more like production lines, focused on churning out drinks rather than fostering community. Customers became just another order in the queue, and the sense of belonging started to fade. Niccol's strategy is clear: bring back the third place. He wants Starbucks to be more than just a stop between home and work, a comfortable haven where people can connect, relax, and feel at home, no matter who they are or where they're from. Starbucks' greatest success was built on this very idea. It was a place for first dates, late-night study sessions, or simply a quiet moment alone with a cup of coffee. These everyday experiences created lasting memories and deep emotional ties to the brand. Niccol's plan is to restore that feeling, making every store inviting and personal again. He wants baristas to know their customers, to greet them by name, and to create an atmosphere where everyone feels valued. It's a fundamental shift, from focusing on transactions to building real relationships. The goal is to make every visit to Starbucks feel special, not just routine. In a world that's increasingly digital and disconnected, Niccol is betting that people are craving authentic, face-to-face connection more than ever. He believes Starbucks can be the place where those connections happen. If Starbucks can recapture its soul and reignite its sense of community, Niccol is confident that success, both for the company and its customers, will naturally follow. Niccol's vision is more than talk. He's launching a massive store transformation. Starbucks will renovate 1,000 U.S. stores in a year, aiming to update every location within 3 years. The goal: makes stores comfortable, inviting, and truly communal. Expect more plush seating, more tables, and plenty of power outlets, details that encourage people to linger. This billion-dollar investment is about more than furniture. It's about atmosphere. The focus shifts from speed to experience, reversing years of prioritizing mobile orders and drive-thrus. Starbucks wants you to come in, sit down, and feel at home. By rebuilding its stores as true third places, the company hopes to rebuild its bond with customers. It's a tangible promise. Starbucks is betting on comfort and community. The future is about making every visit feel special again. Starbucks is also reviving the small touches that made it special. Self-serve milk and sugar stations are back, letting customers personalize their drinks. Baristas are doodling on cups again, adding a human, creative touch. These traditions restore warmth and personality to the brand. At the same time, Starbucks is ending its open bathroom policy for non-paying customers. A controversial move, but one aimed at keeping stores comfortable and safe. The focus is on making stores welcoming for those who come to enjoy the experience. By bringing back these rituals, Starbucks hopes to rekindle the charm that set it apart. It's about restoring the soul of the coffee house, one small gesture at a time. Starbucks' menu had become overwhelming. Too many drinks, too many choices. The complexity slowed service and stressed baristas, diluting the brand's promise of quality. The solution cut about 30% of menu items, focusing on what Starbucks does best. A streamlined menu means faster service, better training, and more consistent drinks. Customers get a simpler, higher quality experience. This move is about returning to Starbucks' core identity: excellent coffee and espresso drinks. Innovation matters, but endless options muddied the mission. By trimming the menu, Starbucks can perfect its classics and deliver on its original promise. Less is more, and quality wins. With store closures, renovations, and a new CEO, can Starbucks make a comeback? Many experts say yes. This is a painful but necessary reset. Brian Niccol's track record inspires optimism, and his focus on the in-store experience is seen as smart strategy. Simplifying the menu and improving operations are key steps. Change won't happen overnight. It may take years to see results. But the brand remains strong, with over 32,000 locations worldwide and plans for new stores. Starbucks isn't retreating. It's reinventing itself for a new era. By rediscovering its soul and focusing on human connection, Starbucks has a real shot at emerging stronger than ever. The story isn't over. It's just beginning a new chapter.